everybody, Mark, aka the Nerdy Punk, back again today for a new video. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy 4th of July week here. In the United States, as the 4th of July holiday is quickly approaching. Hope you guys are going to have an incredible holiday and a great holiday weekend coming up. Today what I wanted to do is I wanted to jump on here and give my thoughts on two films that I checked out over the weekend in the theater. And the first one of which is Kinds of Kindness. Kinds of Kindness is the most recent film directed by Yorgos Lanthimos, who is one of my favorite directors. It was released to a wide release here in the United States on June 28th by Searchlight Pictures. So Kinds of Kindness follows three main stories. It's an anthology film, so it's like three short films put into one, and each of these short films is about 45 minutes to an hour, so they're not exactly that short. But nonetheless, the film is long, and I will get to that in a little bit. But the basic kind of summary of the plot, it follows the same actors playing different characters. So you've got Emma Stone, who's a frequent collaborator with Yorgos, and of course just won the Oscar for Poor Things. You've got Willem Dafoe, and you've got Jesse Plemons, among many other talented actors and actresses. Hong Chow is in there, Margaret Qualley, just an incredible stacked cast. And then there is one character who is played by the same actor, and is actually the same character in all three stories. And that character goes by the name of RMF. You will understand it when you see the movie, trust me. So other than that, every character is different. The first one basically follows Jesse Plemons' character, who is seeking acceptance from a overpowering boss played by Willem Dafoe. The second one also centers upon Jesse Plemons' character, who is a cop who is dealing with some issues regarding his wife, who had disappeared for a long time and has since returned. And then in the final story, we see a cult, and Emma Stone is trying to please a cult leader by finding a woman with special abilities. And that's basically all we're gonna say about the plot in each three of these stories. Basically, if you know that and that's it, perfect way to go into the movie. You will be pretty surprised, perhaps shocked by certain moments. Of course, if you've seen Yorgos Lanthimos' movies before, you're probably not going to be shocked too much because you expect something shocking. That was the one thing that I kind of heard going into this movie, was that this was Yorgos Lanthimos back at his like full bizarro mode, like getting back to the older films that were perhaps less accessible. This was written with his writing partner for The Killing of the Sacred Deer, which is one of his, again, more bizarre films, but is one of my favorite of his. And I was excited to see him kind of back in this mode after, you know, what were, relatively speaking, two pretty mainstream movies in The Favorite and Poor Things. So excited to see him return to this kind of style, because I think that's what he does best. And it was definitely bizarre. It was definitely weird, out there. The dialogue was pretty dry. I wouldn't say it's quite as dry as some of his early stuff, but it definitely was more dry. Just the imagery on screen was definitely bizarre and odd. Some of the choices that are made, some of the things that are revealed are definitely bizarre. I think that is what the movie did really well, was to kind of catch you off guard. It's also got some amazing performances. When you sit and think about, like, each of these actors played three different characters, and I was incredibly impressed with the way they did that. I think these actors, every one of them, really nailed it. I think it's an impressive piece of acting, but I want to especially shout out Jesse Plemons. Jesse Plemons was absolutely incredible, and in all three stories, especially those first two, I know he won Best Actor at Cannes, my bad, for this role, and he's absolutely well deserving of that award and any award that he gets, because to show not just the impressiveness in one of these performances, but in all three, especially those first two, he really kind of carried them with his performances. So I'm super impressed with him as an actor and all three performances in the film. Emma Stone was also really great. She really gets to shine towards the end of the movie. Willem Dafoe is, of course, Willem Dafoe. I love that man. I love him in everything he does, and he's doing a great job yet again. My issue kind of with the film is the overarching themes of the film. For a while there, it was hard for me to pick up what the film was getting at. I think it's pretty subtle in terms of what the film is trying to say. The film itself is not subtle, right? All of the bizarre things that happen are not subtle one bit, but I think the overarching theme is perhaps a little too subtle, if that makes sense. I think it really, like, a couple scenes to really drive home the point of the movie would have been nice, but I do understand what the film is trying to go for, and I just wish it was a little bit more, I don't know if obvious is the right word, but I wish it kind of hit that theme home a little bit more than it actually did. There were, kind of some moments that I felt drug on a lot and were very slow. The film does push 3 hours. It's 2 hours and 45 minutes roughly. So the runtime, you definitely feel that, even though it's 3 separate stories, which I feel like helped to make it less long and drawn out, but it definitely does feel long and drawn out at times. And there were times I was checking my watch, nothing crazy, but it definitely, you could feel that runtime quite a bit. But overall, I really liked Kind of Kindness, and I'm really excited to see a film like that in a theater. I think it's just great the more films like this we can get in the theaters and get more people out to see them. So I'm really excited about that aspect of the film and the fact that somebody like Yorgos Lanthimos is able to get a massive budget, not like huge budget, but a decent budget for his work, because it's absolutely deserving of it. So my grade on Kinds of Kindness is a 4 out of 5. Go ahead and let me know in the comments down below if you guys checked out the movie and what you thought about it, and all that stuff. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. See you guys later.